It is nearly midnight when Tova Sol, an Orthodox Jew, approaches the Muslim quarter of Jerusalem's Old City, carrying 2 large cases and a variety of contraptions. Within an hour, a row will have started that will see 4 people, including Sol, dragged to a police station. But for now she's searching for cats. For more than 2 decades she has fed and cared for hundreds of cats, earning the informal title of the walled old city's cat lady. Double quote, it's single quote, as not a nickname she likes. Double quote, when people refer to me as the cat lady, they are actually defining everybody else as people who won't lift a finger to help an animal in need, so really it's an insult to the human race, she told AFP. Tova Sol, an Orthodox Jew, feeds stray cats in a neighborhood in Jerusalem's Old City. On July 12, 2017, Tova Sol feeds stray cats in a neighborhood in Jerusalem's Old City. On July 12, 2017, Jerusalem's cat lady cares for hundreds of felines. 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 Tova Sol feeds a stray cat at her home in Jerusalem's Old City. On July 12, 2017, in much of the Mediterranean basin, where winters are mild and open piles of rubbish plentiful, stray cats are ubiquitous. The labyrinthine Old City, nearly a square kilometer, less than half a square mile, and home to some of the holiest sites in Christianity, Islam and Judaism, also hosts hundreds, perhaps thousands of alley cats. Across Jerusalem there are more than 100,000 strays, the municipality estimates, with only a limited government plan to deal with the problems they pose. But there is Sol and a few other volunteers. Sol, who is unmarried, came to Israel in the 1980s from the United States and has been caring for animals ever since. Since she started counting properly in 2009 she has caught and hand-spotted over 600 cats, while feeding thousands more. Double quote, 620 cats having kittens. They can have kittens 2 or 3 times a year, each cat having 3 or 4 kittens at a time, she said. Double quote, most of those kittens die after a lot of suffering and literally hundreds of people walking past them, watching them go blind, watching them crying for their mothers, watching them being eaten alive by fleas. Double quote, last year, she says she spent $15,000 euros of her own money on the cats, receiving back just $7 in donations. The rest of her time, Sol, who was in her 50s, with curly brown hair and loose-fitting clothes, is a tour guide and urban host. The municipality used to poison strays, but that program was scrapped more than a decade ago, said Asaf Brill, head of the city's veterinary service. Numbers have since multiplied and budgets remain tight. Double quote, Jerusalem has a very poor population and the budget is needed for a lot of things, he said. They rely on volunteers and Sol is one of the city's most active, working in areas many Jewish people are unwilling to visit. She started in the old city's Jewish quarter, where she lives in a 2-bedroom flat currently filled with 5 cats and 6 kittens. She feeds them out of a frying pan, while the spare room where a sick feline is quarantined has been closed off. Within a few years she has trapped and hand-spotted all the female cats in the Jewish quarter. AFP accompanied Sol on a mission in the Muslim quarter on an average Wednesday night. Double quote, there have been a few times where they, Palestinians, have said, "What are you doing?" And I explain to them and they look at me and they have these big brown eyes, these beautiful eyes, and they say, "Wow, thank you. You have a good heart." Single quote, double quote, she usually likes to work between 1 and 5 in the morning when the streets are deserted, but this night starts a little earlier. She spies a cat outside the gate she hasn't seen before and traps it. It will be taken to the city vet in the morning. Then she enters the old city and sets up her baited traps. A cat is about to enter when a group of Palestinian youths arrive, startling it. After some terse words they move on. Within minutes, 3 ultra-Orthodox Jewish men stop and stand by the trap. Sol says very religious people of all faiths often have little experience of animals. She asks them, politely at first, to move on, but they refuse. Within a few minutes the scene escalates. Double quote, the Nazis behaved exactly like that. One man says, Hitler kissed his dog at the same time as sending people to the crematorium. Double quote, Sol is incandescent. A Jew calling another Jew a Nazi, she shouts. She throws hummus at the man, splattering his back. Police arrive and all 4 are taken to the station. After half-hearted apologies, they are released without charges. But by now it is nearly 2:30 and Sol heads back to the car to grab her traps for Jerusalem's cat lady. The night is just getting started.